It has become apparent that with the COVID-19 that we are facing right now, having an emergency fund, having money saved up is very important. And looking back before this crisis had occurred, we could have done more. We could have prepared for this kind of situation. I myself have been wanting to learn on how to manage my money well. Through the years, I've been trying to save money. I followed the basic and common tips and tricks like setting up a budget, tracking your expenses, tracking your income, paying yourself first. I've been following those tips, those basic tips that you should still do, but I still find myself lacking savings or not saving money at all until I took that time to sit down, reflect on it, and search for the reason to why that is, and also try to find a solution to that problem. Now I've find a solution that works perfectly for me, and I want to share it to you guys so that you might want to learn something from it, or you might learn something from it and you could apply it to your lives and start saving money. What I did instead is number one is track your expenses. Now this is basic as it comes. It's basic advice that you should follow. It's the fundamentals of savings. What I did for myself is I used Google Sheets in my mobile phone, and every time I buy something or I pay for something, I log in that expense and I set the expenses up into different categories like food, lifestyle, grooming, transportation, and all that. So I could easily see where my money is going through, and I do it per month because usually expenses reoccur in a month. If you have expenses that occurs per 6 months or per year, you could just divide it up and see what it costs you per month. The goal here is to find out what you spend money on per month. The second thing that you should be doing is to separate and calculate your needs. You should separate it from your wants. After logging all your expenses in a month, you could then easily categorize those expenses into needs and wants, and that is very important because you want to find out what it costs you, or what is the baseline cost for you to meet your needs. The third thing that I want you to do, and probably is the most important step in all of this one, is to find out what it costs you for your daily expenses. Now that includes your transportation, your meals, and all that. You just want to know what it costs you per day. It will become apparent later on as I plow through these steps, but it is very important that you don't skip this step and you take the time to find out what it really costs you to daily to live your life or your daily expenses. The fourth thing that I want you to do is to go through your income. Now, this might sound simple, but it can easily be complicated once you're talking about multiple streams of income. But the objective is here, you must remember the objective here is to find out what your total income is in a month. Doesn't matter how many streams of income you have in a month, just add them all up and get the total income. And then you will find out that with the expenses that you had just calculated before then, and with the total income that you have right now, you will see if you have money left for savings or if you are in a deficit. So if ever you find yourself in the negative or in the deficit, if you lack income, or if your expenses is higher than your income, then you want to decrease your expenses and increase your income. That may entail try to build a new stream of income. But whatever it is, my point here is that you could not save money if you are in a deficit or your expenses is higher than your income. The fifth thing that I want you to do is to budget for your wants. Now, this is very important because it keeps you motivated to stick to your budget. And money is you should look at money as a tool to bring you happiness, and life is to be enjoyed, but that doesn't mean that it comes first or it comes before needs. And after finding that certain amount, the amount that you need for your needs, the amount of your total income, and the amount of your wants, Also, the very important thing, the amount of what you need daily or what it costs for your daily expenses. The sixth thing that I want you to do is to find out what your saving goal is. Now, find out what's the amount that you want to save per month. You want to be reasonable and you want to stick to an amount that is realistic for your income. At first, you don't want to worry so much about how much money you are saving. You just want to build the habit of saving money, and eventually you will get there and you will grow the amount that you save per month. Now, the last thing that I want you to do is once you get your income, you separate your money to your needs, your savings goals, and your wants, your budget for your wants. Do you remember when I told you before that finding out what your daily expenses are is important? Now, this is where it comes in. Because of that number, you have something to use, or you'll use that number for you to gauge your daily life if you're sticking to that budget. For example, in a specific day, you are going out with your friends, and then you find yourself spending more than what your daily expenses should be. What you want to do is to lower your expenses on the coming days so that the expense that you had, or the higher expense that you had on that specific day, would even out through the month and you would stick to your budget. This is important, and this is the key for me to saving my money, because I can easily monitor my expenses or my expenditure, and if ever I spend more money on that specific day, I can be aware of it and then easily make plans for the coming days. So that's how I stick to my budget. With that being said, I hope you learned something, and if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, click the subscribe button, and don't forget to click that notification bell icon so you will know when I upload a new video. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.